Hello everyone and welcome back to Jam Life Sydney. Today's video is going to be about Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'll be giving you a tour of my island and also guide you through some tips and tricks. If you like the video, please give it a big thumbs up, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified every time we post a new video. So let's go right ahead and load up the game. So hello everyone and welcome to Jam Island. We are going to run you through an island tour and I'm pretty excited about that. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's start the tour with my home. So this is my home. I have chosen the light grey with the white and pink exterior. And obviously the large mailbox because it fits a lot of mail and we always get mail from our residents. Let's head on in. So inside we have a kitchen slash living room area. I do have bits and bobs everywhere at the moment. I haven't really fixed their position yet. So it is going to be a bit mixed and mismatched. So that's this area here. We then head on into the bedroom. My bedroom, I've decided to make it into sort of like a forest theme and gives it that sort of nature relaxation vibe. Over here I've got all my favorite fish and also butterflies as well. You can't see the other butterfly which is underneath the blue one. Let me just switch the camera over. There it is there. I just love the vibrant colors that they've got. And so we've got a little ensuite here and obviously my little console and my jewelry, my bag and a little vanity as well. So moving out of the bedroom, we will then head to the left. Again, I wasn't really sure what to do with these rooms, but I've just created a little relaxation spot and I really love these autumn leaves falling. This wallpaper is gorgeous. It was actually a DIY in autumn, so we had that. I don't really have anything on this wall here, but there you have it. You can have your nice hot tea as well while you play your board game. Heading out. We will then go to the right. So this is the laundry. Inside the laundry, we've got our little bathroom as well. And there's a little laundry area here. We've got some vacuum cleaners, a clothes rail. And I love how when you press the iron, steam comes out. Can you all see that? And then I decided just to add some plants as well to make it a little bit more homey. So we will then head on out and we will go down to the basement. So down in my basement I have all my turnips here as storage. And I've got a freezer, and to add to the basement vibe I've also got my skeleton. I've called him Bob. Hi Bob. Say hi. There he is. And I have also my DIY area here, and some of my villagers have become my best friends and they've given me their photos. I haven't really moved their houses yet to organize their gardens, and I might just add their photos as well up the front. I'm still working on that. Here you can, you know, just relax and do some puzzles and also some clay work as well. I've also got a little train going around here, so that was pretty cool to add to the basement. I'm also in love with these little cuckoo clocks. Whenever the hour goes by, the cuckoo actually does come out and it cuckoos, so that's pretty cool, so I added that as well. Then we're going to go up the stairs and up these stairs, and we're going to go to our rooftop. And our rooftop is sort of like a mad scientist type area that I've created here. I have my animator's creator's desk here. Also the typewriter is pretty cool because it works. And we've got our chalkboard here with some sort of measurements, and my work desk here. Obviously I'm examining some butterflies, but I've got some fish models. And over this area is my travel area, and this is my crafting area. So I need to fix that onto some tables as well. So that was my roof. And so that is my home interior. We will now go outside. And outside my house are all these flowers that I'm actually breeding at the moment. That's why I've got them scattered everywhere. These ones here are my hybrids that I've got excess of, so I've also placed them around my house until I find the appropriate place to arrange them around my island.
Now before we tour the rest of Jam Island, let's open up my island map so that you can see where everything is. So the island representative is myself, then we've got Pudge. He is a lazy villager and very playful. We then have Dina. She is a normal villager type. She loves education and you'll always find her reading a book. We then have Shari, who was the first to join Jam Island alongside myself, and also a sisterly villager that always looks out for me when I'm stung by wasps, handing me out some medicine. We then have Norma. She loves the great outdoors, watering my plants, and she is a normal personality type. Next we have Caroline. She is very sweet as well, also a normal villager type and loves music. Then we've got Elise. She is quite elegant and a snooty villager type. We then have Bubbles, who is a peppy villager, and she is a little fashionista who is always dreaming about becoming a pop star. Next we have Zucker. He is a lazy villager and is always seen eating his donut. Next we have Alice. She is a normal villager type and is one of my favorite villagers. She is always so sweet and always found sitting down reading a book. And lastly, we've got Chester. He is another lazy villager and also very playful. So that was the Jam Island map. Now let's continue with the tour.
So as you can see here, we've got our island flag and we are part of the resistance. My island is still actually a huge work in progress. So there is still a lot to work on. But I wanted to show you just what it looks like so far, and if any of you have any ideas, tips or suggestions, I would really love to know, so please drop me a comment in the section down below. So my island has been rated a 5-star island for a couple of weeks now, and I'm extremely happy about that. I also have a few lilies of the valley across my island hilltops there, so we're going to see them in a moment. I've yet to move my villagers' houses, and I have recently only just moved my museum shop and tailors. That all just burnt out my money. So when I start accumulating more bells, I will start on relocating my villagers' houses as well. And I'm excited about creating their little garden landscapes. So without further ado, here is my island. Let's get started. The airport is directly opposite the resident services, so there wasn't much I could do with this area. So I just created this little entryway. Let me know if you have any suggestions on how I can improve this area, or if you like it, just let me know. Over here we've got some signage, and so this is my little resident services area here. Again, the resistance flag. If you do actually like the resistance flag and you want the designer code, I will pop it up on the screen right now. Check also the designer, because they've also got more items that you might like. So this is the resident service area, and then over to the left is my Nooks Cranny. So this is my Nooks Cranny. I've added a few things to the outside, like these storage boxes here. And because there's a bucket here with some water and things, I also put this sign, caution, wet floor, just so the villagers are aware not to slip. I've also got a little garbage can here and a hidden away DIY bench. I've also included this flower bed over here to transition between the resident services and the shop, and I've also done that to the other side here as well, heading to my Able Sisters tailor shop. So here I've got a little flower cart, which I thought adds as well. Please ignore this unperfect snow boy. He's just melting away there. Coming outside, a few of my resident houses. So these need to be moved eventually. Then we've got our little picnic beach area. So you can just relax here, look up at the stars at night, and have a little picnic. We've also got a little sand castle, and it's great to have a little lifeguard as well, just watching over the beach area to help out anybody that's drowning. So that was my beach area. I also have a little hammock here, so it's also nice and relaxing. Thought I'd also add a little coconut drink as well. Pick up some seashells. And over here, I absolutely love my rainbow pier. If you also want the designer code for this, I'll pop it up on the screen right now. So going all the way across my beach, I don't really have much going on, but I will eventually get there. There's lots of space for improvement. Got to keep the beach clean. You don't want to be stepping on seashells. Right here in the corner, I have decided to put my lighthouse. It is just so beautiful at night, seeing the light just turn like that, looking for any ships. So walking back the other side. Oh, that was a hermit crab. No wonder why I couldn't grab it. Mr. Seashell then. Alright, so behind the picnic basket, we've got my orchard. I have a beautiful tree orchard here that I have created for any of my friends to come and collect fruit, or any newcomers to the game. It's nice to have every single fruit here, and it's easy for harvesting having them all in an orchard. Over to the right of that is my money tree section, and also my breeding section, my flower breeding section. So I've got all of this happening over here. It is also dead space. I will eventually, after I've breeded and hybrided all my flowers, I will be getting rid of this and creating a nice flower garden, and creating this space into something. Over here is a little basketball area. I thought it would be fitting to have it just across the beach. I've got a little waterfall over here as well that goes straight down to the water mouth. Over here is my display of fish waiting for CJ. And we're going to head up the stairs now. As we head up the stairs, this is another imperfect snow boy, so please ignore him, even though he looks like he's on display. So this is my gymnasium. We can just sit down and relax and have a nice hot coffee or tea. We've got our wrestler ring here. You can just relax and roll all the way across it. It would have been good if it was sort of like a bouncy type thing. And then over here we've got some mountain bikes, we've got our car racing. You can actually lay down on this, it's supposed to be a bed. There you go. So like, you know, go-karting racing type thing over here. You've got your weights over here and your weight bench. You can also do some yoga with your exercise balls. And I'm disappointed that you can't actually climb this rock climbing wall. And then you've got also your treadmill that goes around and around. You can't actually get on it, unfortunately. You can just see it spinning around. And nice water station, because you might get, you know, obviously hot from working out. Your little locker room and changing room too. I decided to put a little water fountain here because it prepares you for what's up here. So we've got two beautiful waterfalls there. Going up, we've got our nice flower garden heading towards the day spa. So here is the day spa. Yes, I would like a massage and facial, please. No problem, take a seat. So as you sit down, you can read a book or a magazine waiting for your treatment time, and then head over into your treatment room. So we have lots of things around. We've got some manicure kits. We've got a little, this is an hourglass. I'm not sure if you can see that. There you go. We've got a little toilet, some robes, a shower. You can't actually get into the bath, but I added this little pillow so it looks like you're actually sitting down sort of nearby it. And then this is a little facial mask happening. Remember to always wash your hands. And then we've got our pool area. So here is a nice relaxing bed that you can just lay down and chill by the pool, and also have some herbal tea if you like. Going around here, we've got another little flower garden, and this is like a Zen garden here that I've come up with. So I thought the little pond adds to that. You can also sit down and have your little sandwiches, or you can have some green tea over here. And then when you're finished, chime the gong and sit on the golden seat. It's so lovely at night time when you can just stargaze as well. And this is where I've moved my museum, right here on the hilltop. I also have some fossils that I've gathered. So recently I have unlocked gathering all of my fossils. An amazing thing that these fossils do when you do place them outside is, actually not all of them, just some of them, like this little Triceratops one, is they move. So I thought that was pretty interesting. When you head on down from the museum, you head into this maze. So I've created a little maze here. It does actually have an exit, but it's hidden away somewhere, so you'll never know. Only kidding. Here, it's right here. And then you'll need a ladder to come up to this little hilltop where I have all my lily of the valleys. Then we can go back down. As we go back down, we come around, spin, spin, spin around, and we go back through the gym. Let's put that away. Step over these little stepping stones, and here is my house with this nice little heart pond I created out the front. Okay, so then you head on over this bridge, and I've got my beautiful waterfalls there across the way. Is like one of my favorite little spots here, so I might actually add a little bench here, a little seated area, so you can just look over and see the lily of the valley up at the hilltop and the waterfalls. Then we walk over this bridge here and we see lots of little lights as well as butterflies. So this is my fairy garden. Got a little mushroom seated area as well over here, and the river goes straight up to the museum and heads on all the way down to my waterfalls right in the middle here. Down here it is actually a void, you can't actually go down there, but I thought I'd create this little waterfall area to tie in with my fairy garden. And over to this side, when we hop over this little stepping stone, and then down this ladder, we have our private beach. This is where Red comes. I've got a little hammock there. When he's not docked in, it's actually a beautiful little space. I just thought I'd keep it simple. And then we head back over and up the stairs through this little stone arch. We have more hybrids. So these are my hybrids. I have placed them up here, but if I do have more or excess, I do take them away and put them around my house until I've picked an allocated spot for them around the island. This is another orchard here. This orchard I have actually created sort of like a trophy orchard because it is extremely hard to harvest from that. So I've just kind of added it in to tie it all in together. We head back down and we move around through these little stone pathway, and then we've got more flowers here. So I am creating a flower garden for this area, but at the moment I've just got flowers all over the place. So that's that area there. Now we're going to head on all the way back to show you one of my favorite areas now. Walking across this way. So over this bridge here, this is actually my favorite spot because it's a fun fair. Now this is actually the first thing I have ever worked on my island, placing pieces together. I have made this little fun fair carnival type area. I thought it's fun, it's colorful, so I added it right in the middle of my island. We've got a little ring toss area here where you can play ring toss, and you've got so many prizes to choose from. You've got a little measuring to see if you're the correct height to ride this teacup ride. So unfortunately you can't actually ride the teacup rides, and it's a bummer because I would have loved to do that as well. This little sign here is telling you that right at the top is my flower garden that I'm going to create in the future. Over here is a little seated area. We've got some magic show happening as well for entertainment, guest entertainment. We've got our popcorn machines, our fairy floss or candy floss machine. We've got our ice creams, some food, a little playground here for the kiddos. I love how the rocking horses rock. It's kind of cute. There you go. You can actually sit on this one as well, but you can't climb it. And then over to this side here, we've got a little gumball machine there. Here we've got some jewelry, a jewelry stall. Here we've got an antique stall. We've got our little fortune cookie stall here. And here I just thought it would be fitting to have the fortune cookies next to the fortune teller. Ooh, spooky. I can see into your future. So there we have that little space there, and just above it is my fairy garden. So this is one of my favorite little parts of my island. This is pretty cool too. As soon as you come down the slide, whee, you can fall down on some colorful soft eggs. So moving on, we're walking now behind resident services and behind Nook's Cranny. More resident houses around that I have to fix their place. Over here I'm going to do sort of like an ice cream shop, so I'm trying to make perfect snow boys and collect all their DIYs. Coming down to the beach area here, again I will need to work on this space, so I'm open for ideas. Guys, please let me know, anything will help. Over here we've got our beach party, so we've got our DJ booth here, little dance booth here, dance, shuffling here, shuffling there. So our little DJ area and our little drink station here. I love how the tiki torch adds to that sort of tropical vibe. We've got some relaxation lounges here with their drinks. This is also another breeding ground, breeding flowers. So I am going to sort that out soon. Over here, I didn't really know what to do much with this rock, so I just put this rock sculpture here that came from a balloon. So I just added that down there as well. I have created this little water feature over here, which I'll put a little seating area over here. I might do like a little cafe, beach cafe, thinking on that. So this is a little pond here where you can go fishing. And across here is my campsite. As you can tell by the sign, I've added these nice cedar trees to add to the foresty theme. We've got something brewing over here, and over here you can toast marshmallows, so you can just sit down and toast some marshmallows. Go fishing, so I added a little fishing hook there, fishing rod, sorry. And then here is a little bird house, so you can do bird watching, and I've added one of each tree so you can harvest that. Somebody has gone from their little campsite and left their washing. At least they're nice and clean. And we've got a little sleeping bag here with some of their amenities. And a nice campfire. Gives it that nice cozy feel when the fire's on. We've got a little seating arrangement here, so you can just relax. I still haven't got something for that table. I need to find something for that. And a little hidden away seating area there as well. This area I am going to reserve for like a stargazing area. It's just beautiful at night, and you can see the moon there as well. So that was that little area. I've also got all these bamboo trees that I harvest from. So the camping ground, and then opposite the camping ground is a beautiful waterfall. And then there's a menu here, which means up on this ramp is my restaurant. So we are open. Yes, I would like a table for one. Yes, no problem, take a seat. So you come over here and you take a nice seat on the swinging chair here. Unfortunately, it doesn't swing. Would have been nice if it did. And we've got our little fishy in there. When your table is ready, you can come and sit down and have a nice coffee. So you've got your coffee station over here, a nice buffet of food. I thought I'd add in the fountain as well to make it sort of romantic. You can sit down and watch the stars at night. It's beautiful. You also have a live band happening. There's my live band. You can sing as well, play some drums, play the saxophone, and play the marimba. There's also an option for a jukebox or a DJ if the live band is not available. And then you've got the games room. So you can't really see the games at the moment, but this is like a dart you can throw. And you've got this one, and then the pinball machine, and a little chair. This area does actually go onto my flower garden that I'll need to fix. And then this is my little chef preparation area. You've got a water pump. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually go into the water bucket. Unfortunately, it goes on the floor. So we've got a little knife set. Make sure you cut up all the vegetables. You've got a little pizza oven, teapot. Let's just put that on. There you go, now it's cooking. And what's the specialty? We've got a large tuna. We've got some red snappers up there, some tiger salmon, and an eel, because that's amore. So that pretty much sums up my island tour. And if you have any suggestions, I'm open to that. So please let me know what you think and also your ideas. If you want to be friends, I'll add my friend code as well. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
I hope you all enjoyed the Jam Island tour, and I'm hoping you also got some ideas from it as well. Now let's talk about some tips and tricks I've learned while playing. Firstly, I've noticed quite often my villagers would randomly decide to sit and chill out exactly in the middle of a pathway you're about to walk through. Whether they know you're about to walk that way or not, they seem to get in the way. So to control the flow of traffic and to get to where you need to go more easily and smoothly without delay, make sure you create a few entries and exits. There will always be another way to go around them. Customizing your tools will reset them. So if you sort of have an idea of when your tools are about to break, head on over to your crafting table and customize them. Bear in mind that this only works for your net, shovel, fishing rod, and slingshot, and not your axe, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and customize our net. The star net was an item from Nook's Cranny. I think it was valued at 2,500 bells. I like how they have lots of color options, and there we have it. Our star net is as good as new. Now if you're in a hurry to craft your essential items, press A and it will speed up the crafting process for you. Let's try this out with our printed design shovel. Let's choose pink this time. And there you go, very speedy. Every day you receive some Nook Miles tasks to complete for Nook Miles tokens that you can then redeem for goodies such as Nook Miles travel tickets. These can be used to fly to mystery islands. I try my best to complete as many of these daily tasks as I can to accumulate Nook Miles tokens for villager hunts and also to complete achievements. Another daily task is to go around your island to look for fossils. Around 4 fossils will spawn on your island daily. I have recently completed my museum fossil collection, so now I just collect them, get them assessed and either store them to give away or sell. It's a good thing to keep all 6 rocks on your island as they spawn materials that are used for crafting, such as clay, iron, stone, golden nuggets and bells. You can hit them with a shovel 8 times to get the maximum loot. This is great when you hit the money rock 8 times for a total of 16,100 bells. This is a considerable amount of money, so it is vital that you not only do it every day, but also that you do not mess it up. To avoid getting knocked back while hitting the rock and then having to lose your streak, dig 2 holes side by side behind you. You can also place items behind you to avoid getting knocked back, as this method is also effective. Be sure to also pick up any weeds you find around your island. 2 weeds will spawn on your island daily, and tree branches will also appear around trees and count as dropped items that will affect your 5-star rating. Picking up any items that wash up on your beach, for example shells, messages in a bottle and stars. Every day a message in a bottle containing a DIY will wash up on your beach somewhere, so keep a close lookout. Let's see what this one is. Well, thank you June for sharing your DIY, and it looks as though I already know this recipe. If you have shooting stars at night, look up by rolling R upwards and make a wish by pressing A. Your avatar will close their eyes and the star will glow. This will mean that your wish was granted, meaning that the following day stars will wash up on your beach. You can make up to 20 wishes and get around 20 star fragments. These are useful for DIYs that Celeste gives you. Your villagers will be crafting DIYs 3 times a day, one in the morning from 6 AM, one in the afternoon from 12 PM, and one in the evening from 6 PM. So don't be shy and visit your villagers when they are home. To know that they are home, just look to see if the curtains are pulled back and their lights are on. This is also a great way to gain extra DIYs. On a side note, some villagers might not display their DIY workbench permanently, but don't be discouraged that this might mean that they will not craft any DIYs for you, as they will only take out their DIY workbench when they are crafting, so be sure to check in on all your villagers. After you receive a new DIY, you can learn the recipe and it will get added to your inventory. You can check to see what is needed to craft the DIY by pulling out your Nook phone, selecting the DIY recipes, and then selecting the new DIY. Does money actually grow on trees? It sure does in Animal Crossing New Horizons. If you've often wondered what that illuminated dot was on the ground, wonder no more and dig it up. When you dig this spotlight, you dig up 1000 bells. You then have the choice to bury that amount back in the hole, and voila, your money tree is born. It will take a couple of days for the tree to grow to its full potential, the same time as any tree in Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is around 3 days. However, once the tree blooms, it cannot respawn again, so best to then remove it after you harvest or use it as a hardwood tree. Once it has grown, it will triple the amount you buried, but be warned, I have in the past tried to bury 90,000 bells to see if that would triple, and, well, there is a possibility you might get that investment. However, it is a big gamble, and for me it was bad luck, and the tree had only spawned 3 lots of 10,000, so 30,000 in total. But here is a tip for you. If you bury 30,000 bells instead of 10,000, and if the odds are in your favor, you can earn 90,000 bells from one money tree, and if not, you still get your 30,000 back. So you're not losing anything, as the tree will still generate the 3 blooms of 10,000 each. To bury 30,000 bells and hopefully grow your 90,000 bell money tree, you open up your pockets, make sure you have your shovel in your hands, and then select your money bag, and choose the 10,000 bells option 3 times. Then merge them together by grabbing one money bag and dropping it into the other. You then select 30,000 bells and the bury in hole option, and just like that, your money tree is born. You can then dig up the nursery tree to move it to a different area if you like. Most of my items on my island have come from balloons, believe it or not, so it is well worth shooting down every balloon you see. You can get items like DIYs, bells, clothing, and furniture items too. Make an orchard to collect and harvest fruit more easily. This is also a great way to save time running around your island to find all your fruit trees, as they will all be in one place. Make sure you have at least 17 non-fruit hardwood trees or cedar trees, as these are the only trees that spawn items such as bells, wasps, and furniture items as well. These trees will spawn 2 furniture items, 5 wasps, and 10 100 bells daily, so it's best to keep 17 or more if you would like to receive these goodies. If you want to make sure you can distinguish between a fruit tree and a hardwood tree, you can just have the cedar trees act as your hardwood trees. These are the ones that look like pine trees. You can also separately arrange them in an orchard to make harvesting easier. I have just the cedar trees act as my hardwood trees and have them around as accents because they look so beautiful. I find that it is also helpful to have your net on hand while harvesting your hardwood trees, as you can easily catch a wasp without getting stung. Also, lining yourself straight in front or behind the tree allows you to turn towards the direction of the wasps. I used to go into the tailors and pick out items of clothing that a particular villager would like, going by their style and personality, or collect and build up excess furniture and gift them that daily. However, this little hack that I found out is not going to cost you anything. Pick your exotic fruit and gift it to your villagers. They'll love it, especially when you wrap it up for them, as they get so excited to open it. On a side note, be sure not to gift them fruits native to your island, as you will get nothing in return. To wrap up your gift, you'll need to go into the Nook's cranny and purchase some wrapping paper. This will be found in the miscellaneous tab in the cabinet. You then need to split up your fruits to wrap individually. To do this, select the fruit and choose grab one. You then select the wrapping paper, choose the wrap option, and then click on the fruit you want to wrap. and voila, nicely wrapped. This method can be used on any items except your tools, weeds, bugs and fish. Your villagers will sometimes give you items like clothing in exchange, but mostly they will give you money for them, and it is double the amount you would get from selling your fruit at Nooks, so it's well worth selling them to your villagers. Trash cans are great to have around your island to toss out accidentally picked flowers, or you can just get rid of any trash by selling it at Nooks. If, for example, you have a fake painting or sculpture from Red, or if a villager sends you one through the mail, Blathers will not accept it, and neither does Nook's Cranny. However, if you don't want to keep it for decoration, just put it in the trash. So that's all for my Animal Crossing adventure. I hope you all found the video useful and enjoyable. Give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified every time we post a new video. Stay tuned for more Animal Crossing adventures to come. Bye!